See, I gotta be on a bus at London. I'll be okay.
Something really quiet for them to do.
How are you guys today? You guys ready for the weekend?
Yeah.
Thursday? It probably feels so weird because you guys have a full week this weekend. I feel like you guys always get days off or something. Pretty sure you have a half day next week.
We do.
Something to look forward to. All right, so
Hey,
guys
hey.
just finished Act 1, right?
Right.
Can someone tell me what happened? A little summary. What happened in Act 1?
Here comes one.
Don Pedro's army arrived at Medina, Leonardo's town, and they're gonna stay there for like a month or something, and just have fun.
Just have fun? Anything else happen? Who are the main characters we have encountered? Beatrice. Claudio. Leonardo, Benedict. Are you guys ready to take on Act 2?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Alright, who wants to read for Hero?
Oh, we already have all the roles
All
assigned.
of them
Sorry.
assigned? Perfect. No, I like it. Alright, then Leonardo.
He's the actor.
Oh, you need the packets.
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
That's okay.
Andy's not here.
Andy's-
Andy's not here? Stop picking on my seminar son.
Thank you. Bang, bang, bang.
Another one. Our leisure.
Wait.
So we need someone to read for Leonardo.
Unless he wants to,
And
like,
right up there, Miss Lloyd on the board. Yep, that'll tell you who is. Yeah, this is hard without it swiveling. There she is.
Alright, so does anyone want to
There's Mr.
volunteer
Wissing.
for
Hi,
Leonardo?
Wiz. Sorry.
Any
College is better.
Leonardo volunteers?
what?
I need 4 books.
Did we skip
You'll
your
do
aisle?
it? Thank you.
You guys are so forgettable. This one is not skipped for some reason.
There's one that's an original.
Alright, so
Could be
just a
that
little preview for Act 2. They're gonna have a masked ball. And disguise plays a really big role in this scene especially. Some people don't know who other people are because they have a mask on. So pretend like when you're in real life, if you meet someone with a mask, you absolutely cannot tell who they are because that's how it is in this play, even though usually you can tell with a mask. So I would definitely pay attention to the parts where it says where people are staged, so you know who is what. And ready to take it off, Leonardo, there? You ready?
So, like you actually have to go up there and read.
Last time we went up there.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Whatever Miss Lloyd would like to do.
No, I would like you guys to come up here and read.
I think you said stand up and go
I'm
up
not the
there.
only one that has to go up there.
Yeah,
Someone
we-
needs Leonardo's brother, Beatrice and Hero.
And
Come on up here.
so
Alright, so Leonardo, Beatrice, Antonio, aka Leonardo's brother,
And
I-
Hero.
I was
Hero.
I was the brother. I was
Oh, you're the
the.
brother? You gonna be the brother today?
No way, Jose. I'm videotaping.
Does someone else take a
Alright, you
photo?
can do Leonardo's brother.
Hero.
Colin,
Alright,
what's
come
his
on,
name?
Hero,
Put
Beatrice.
your hiney up there.
Let's go, Hero.
Is the messenger in this act?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not seeing
Look at how cute they are.
Oh, you
There
didn't
they
get
are.
that,
Robert.
What is a video camera?
Need another one of these?
Should I go up there?
We're going up for an Oscar nomination, so we got to get
Did
it.
everyone else get a summary sheet?
I'm sure enough.
It's a long scene.
Miss Smith, should I go
What?
up there too?
What?
I don't talk until like 3 pages in.
It's up to Miss Lloyd. I'm not the
If you
teacher.
kind of pay attention, if you're getting ready to come on, you can just walk up during it.
Okay.
There she is.
Alright, ready and scene.
Was not Count John here at supper?
How tartly that gentleman looks. I can never see him, but I am heartburned an hour after.
He is a very disposition.
He were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Benedict. The one is too like an image and says nothing, and the other two is like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
Then half Signor Benedict's tongue in Count John's mouth, and half Count John's malacony in Signor Benedict's face.
With a good leg and a good foot, uncle and money enough in his purse, such a man would win any woman in the life if it could get her good will.
By my troth, niece, thou wilt never give thee a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
In fact, she's too cursed.
Too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God's sending that way, for it is said, God sends cursed cow short's horn, but to a cow too cursed he sends none.
So by being too cursed, God will send you no horn.
Just if he send me no husband, for which blessing I am him upon my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face, I'd rather lie in the Lord.
You may light on a husband that hath no beard.
What should I do with him? Dress him in apparel and make him waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a young, and he that hath no beard is less than a man, and he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less a man, I am not for him. Therefore, I will even take sixpence in earnest of the bearward and lead his apes into hell.
Well, then go you into hell.
No, but into the gate, and there will be the devil meet me, like an old cuckold with horns on his head, and say, Get you to heaven, Beatrice, get you to heaven. There's no place for you maids. So deliver I up my apes and wait for the St. Peter for the heavens. He shows me where the bachelors sit, and there live he as merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you will be ruled by your father.
Yes, Faith, it is my cousin's duty to make courtesy, and I say, Father, as it please you. But yet for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another courtesy and say, Father, as it please me.
Well, niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth. Would it not grieve a woman to be overmastered with a piece of valiant dust, to make an account of her life to a clod wayward morrow? No, uncle, I'll none. Adam's son are my brethren, and truly I hold it a sin to match my kindred.
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince do solicit you in that kind, you know you're in.
The fault will be in the music, cousin. If you not wooed in good time, the prince be too important. Tell him there is measure in everything, and so dance out the answer. For hear me, hero, wooing, wedding, and repenting is as a Scotch jig, a measure as a twink case. The first suit is hot and tasty like a Scotch jig, and full as a fantastical. The wedding, mannerly modest, is a measure full of state and anciery, and then comes the repentance. And with his bad legs fall into the sink pace faster and faster till he sink into his grave.
Cousin, you apprehend passing shrewdly.
I have a good eye, uncle. I can see a church by daylight.
The revelers are entering, brother. Make good room.
All right. Well, we have the other actors heading up, so what have we read about so far? What are they talking about? Here's the answer to what? Okay. And what is Beatrice saying? Does she want to get married? No, she's still against it? All right, continue, please. Prince.
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
So he walks off and looks sweetly and say nothing. I am yours for the walk, and especially when I walk away.
With me in your company?
I may say so, woman, please.
And when please, you two say so?
When I like your favor, for God defend the loop, should be like please.
My Vater is Fawnland's roof with the house of Jove.
Why, then your visor should be thatched.
Speak low, if you speak love.
Adam's not here for Benedict.
Benedict, does anyone know?
Will we be?
Will you do Benedict?
Don't name it, I'll do it.
Thank you.
Well, I would like you, you did like me.
So would not I, for your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Which is one.
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better, the hearers may cry, I mean,
God match me with a good dancer.
amen.
And God keep him out of my sight when the dance is done, answer clerk.
No more words, the clerk is answered.
Do we have about the side?
Look on the.
I can read about Any Ursula?
I don't know.
Mariah.
Yeah, Ursula.
Ursula's Chuck.
Mariah.
Oh, I have.
All classes up
We have an Antonio. Anyone want to volunteer for Antonio?
Will it be?
Watermelon.
Want me to do it as well?
No, we'll get someone else. I know some people's names, I can call someone.
Will Patterson, Bryce.
He loves reading Shakespeare. Come on.
Bryce Banfield.
How
Get
about,
up here again.
is it John in the red shirt?
Oh,
Yeah?
Who is that?
Shots fired.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you, John, for volunteering.
Anytime.
Alright, go ahead, Ursula.
I won't block you, John.
I know you well enough. You are Signor Antonio.
At a word, I am not.
I know you by the waggling of your head.
To tell you true, I counterfeit him.
You could never do him so ill well unless you were the very man. Here's his dry hand up and down. You are he.
At a word, I am not.
Come, do you think I do not know you by your excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? Go to Mom, you are he. Graces will appear and there's none.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are?
Not now.
That I was sustained, and that I had my good wit out of 100 merry tells. Well, this was Senator Benedict that said so.
What's he?
I am sure you know him well enough.
No, I believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Why, he is a prince's jester, a very dull fool. Only his gift is devising impossible slanders, none but libertines delight in him. And the commendation is not his wit, but his villainy. For he both pleases men and angers them, and they laugh at him and beat him. I am sure he is in the fleet. I would he had boarded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do, but he'll break a comparison or two on me, which per adventure not marked or not laughed at, strikes him into melancholy. And then there's a partridge wing saved, for the fool will eat no supper that night. We must follow the leaders.
And every good thing.
Nay, if they lead to any ill, I will leave them at the next turn.
So who are Benedict and Beatrice talking about? They're talking about Benedict.
Which is me.
Yep.
But we all made him laugh. So we
Do you
can't
think
say-
Beatrice knows that that's Benedict?
No.
Alright, so it says exit all except Don John, Horatio, and Claudio, so
Think so?
do we have those three up here already?
You're done for here.
Be prepared if you're gonna come up.
Sure, my brother is amorous a hero, and hath withdrawn her father to break him about it. The ladies follow her, but one visor remains.
And that is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are you sure not, Signor Benedict?
You know me well. I am he.
Signor, you are very near to my brother in his love. He is enrolled on hero. I pray you disillude him from her. She is no equal for his birth. You may depart of an honest man in it.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I too, and he swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
Alright, so what is going on here?
They're making me, Claudio, think that Pedro actually loves Hero.
Yeah, perfect. They are trying to convince Claudio that Don Pedro loves Hero. And we see that they know that he is not Benedict, but he's pretending to be Benedict anyways. He doesn't realize that they really know that he's Claudio. So just again with the disguises, it's a little tricky to keep track. We need Benedict entering.
Thus answer I in the name of Benedict, but hear these ill news to the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so the prince woos for himself, friendship is constant in all other things. Save in the office and affairs of love, therefore all hearts in love use their own tongues. Let every eye negotiate for itself, and trust no agent, for beauty is a witch. Against whose charms fate melloweth into blood, this is an ancient of hourly proof, which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, Hero.
Count Claudio,
Yeah, you say.
come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Even to the next villa, about your own business, county. What confession will you wear the gallant of, about your neck like an usher's chain, or under your arm like a lieutenant's scarf? You must wear it one way, for the prince hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
Why, that's spoken like an honest drover, so they see bollocks. What did you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you, leave me.
Oh, now you strike like a blind man? 'Twas the boy that stole your meat and beat you'll beat the post.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Alas, poor hurt child, now he creep into sieges, but that my lady Beatrice should know me and not know me. The prince's full heart it may be. I go under that title because I am hearing. Yeah, but so I am apt to do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. It is the base, though bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the will into her person, and so gives me out. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Alright, as Prince Hero and Leonardo make their way up here, it's really important, this part of the scene, because we really understand how gullible Claudio is, and that's going to play a big important role later. And we see how quick he is. He's really rash, and he's just already casting off Hero just because someone told him that the prince is in love with her. Hero?
So beautiful.
Now, senor, where's the count? Did you see him?
Throughout, my lord, I have played the part of Lady Fame. I found him as naughty as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace had got the goodwill of this young lady, and I offered him any company to a willow tree, either to make him a garland as being forsaken, or to bind him up a rod as being worthy to be whipped.
To be whipped? What's his fault?
The flat transgression of schoolboy who, being overjoyed with finding a bird's nest, shows it his companion and he steals it.
Wilt thou make a trust of transgression? The transgression is in the stealer.
Yet it had not been amiss, the rod had been made, and the garland too. With the garland he might have worn himself, and the rod he might have bestowed on you, who, as I take it, have stolen his bird's nest.
I will but teach them to sing, and restore them to their owner.
If this singing answer your saying, why, my faith, you say honestly.
The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you. The gentleman that danced with her told her she is much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me past the endurance of a block. An oak but with one green leaf on it would have answered her. My very visor began to assume life and scold with her. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was a prince's jester, that I was duller than a great Thor, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me that I stood like a man at a mark with the whole army shooting at me. She speaks onwards, and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her temptations, germinations, there were no living near her. She would infect to the fast star. I would not marry her though she were endowed with all that Adam and left him before he transgressed. She would have made Hercules have turned spit, yea, and have cleft his club to make the fire too. Come not of her, you shall find her the infernal hate and good apparel. I would to God some scholar would conjure her, for certainly while she is here, a man may live as quiet and how as in sanctuary, and people sin upon the purpose because they would either rather. So indeed all discreet horror and perturbation follows her.
Alright, as Claudio and Beatrice come up, how do you think Benedict is feeling right now?
Not very good.
Not very good? What is he talking about? What is he saying? Yeah, he says he's not gonna marry Beatrice, but he keeps repeating Beatrice's words that she just said. So maybe all their witty banter isn't as kind as what you would think.
Look, here she comes.
Will your grace command any service in the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand now to the antipodes that you can devise to send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker now from the furthest inch of Asia. Bring you the length of Prester John's foot. Fetch your hero off the great champ's bed. Do you any embassage to the Pygmies rather than hold 3 words? Conference with this harper, you have no employment for me.
None, but to desire your good company.
O God, sir, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Senior Benedict.
Indeed, my lord, he lent to me a while.
Indeed, my lord, he lent me a while, and I gave him use for it. A double heart for a single one. Married once before won it of false dice. Therefore your grace may well, I say I have lost him.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I would not he should do me, Lord, lest I should approve the mother of fools. I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Why? How now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then, sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad nor sick, nor merry nor well. But Sybil, Count, Sybil is in something of that jealous complexion.
I faith, lady, I think you lies on to be true, though I'll be sworn. If he be so, his consent is false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is one. I have broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of your marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take up my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match, and all grace say amen.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfect herald of joy. I were but little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give away myself, you would dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss and not let him speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yeah, my lord, I think it, poor fool, it keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is her heart.
And so she doth come.
Good lord for alliance, thus goes every one to the world, but I, and I am some bird. I may sit in a corner and cry, hi ho, for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I would rather have one of your father's getting. Hath your grace near a brother like you? Your father got excellent husbands, if a maid could come by them.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord, unless I may have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day, but I beseech your grace, pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth, no matter.
Your silence most offends me, and to be merry best becomes you. For out of question, you were born in a merry hour.
No, sure, my lord, my mother cried, but then there was a star dance, and under that I was born. Cousins, God give you joy.
Niece, will you look at those things I told you of?
I cry you mercy, uncle, by your grace's pardon.
By my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady.
There's little of the melancholy element in her mother. She is never sad but when she sleeps, and not ever sad then. For I have heard my daughter say she hath often dreamt of unhappiness and waked herself with laughter.
She cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
Oh, by no means. She mocks all her wooers out soon.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Oh Lord, my Lord, if they were but a week married, they would talk themselves mad.
County Claudio, when you go to church,
Tomorrow, my lord, time goes unconscious till love we have all his rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is hence a just 7 night, and a time too brief to have all things answered by.
come, you shake your head at so long a breathing. But I warrant thee, Claudio, the time shall not go dully by us. I will, in the interim undertake of one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Senior Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection. The one and the other I will fain have it match, and I doubt not to. Fashion it. If you, thee, will be the minister of such assistance, I shall give you direction.
My Lord, I am for you, though it cost me 10 nights' watches.
And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero.
I will do any modest office, my lord, of my cousin to a good husband.
And Benedict is not the unhopeless husband that I know. Thus far I can praise him. He is of noble strain, of proved valor, and confirmed honesty. I will teach you how to humor your cousin, and that she will fall in love with Benedict. And I your two helps will so practice on Benedict that, in despite of his quick wit and his queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. This glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods. Go in with me, and I will tell you my drift.
All right, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, readers. All right, so what happened in that last part there? Some big things happened. Yeah, they're gonna try tricking Beatrice and Benedict into falling in love, get them married off. What else happened with the? Yes, you guys got engaged. Congratulations, Hero and Claudio. Gonna get married.
Oh, I'm happy.
All right, so take this time to write a summary of scene 1 if you haven't already been doing it.
Who's trying to get tricked into getting together?
They are trying to trick Benedict and Beatrice falling in love. The two that are always having a witty banter going on. Yeah, they want to get them married off.
Who exactly is doing the tricking?
Don Pedro is the main one behind it, but other people are helping him. Hero is going to help. Claudio. How would you guys feel if your friends are conspiring against you, force you to fall in love with somebody? How would you guys react to that? Alright, so what happened at the very beginning of the scene? Did everyone get some of that down? Beatrice doesn't want a husband. And then what came next?
Don John tries to convince Claudio, he loves Hero.
Yeah. Don John, our evil little villain of this play, he tried convincing Claudio that Don Pedro is in love with Hero and trying to win her. What else happened?
So can you repeat that Don John's trying to convince who with it? Claudio.
Yeah. And it works too, right? Claudio is ready to, like, just walk away from Hero. He actually believes Don John that, you know, Don Pedro is really in love with her. So he's really quick to action. It doesn't take much to convince him. He's really gullible. He's rash. Those are character traits of Claudio. And you'll see those later in other acts. Will become a major part. So what happened after that?
Beatrice and Benedict kind of fight over Benedict's in disguise, and like she kind of insults him.
Yeah, Beatrice insults Benedict while he's in disguise. Some critics actually claim to say that she knows it's him. Others say that she doesn't. You guys can take that for what it is. Either way, she's insulting him, and it actually hurts him, doesn't it? He's repeating back all of her words later on. And we already reviewed what just happened right at the very end, where who got engaged? Claudio and Hero. And how many days is it going to be until they get married? 7. Do you think a lot can happen in 7 days? Can with Shakespeare. A lot can happen in 7 days with Shakespeare. And then at the very end, who are they going to try convincing to fall in love? Beatrice and Benedict. Do you think it's going to work? Do you think it's going to end badly? What'd you say? Well, this is a comedy. That's an important thing to think about. What does comedy mean in like Shakespearean language? Does anyone know? Tragedies usually end with death most of the time. Comedies, it doesn't necessarily mean it's funny. A comedy means it's going to have a happy ending. So take that for what you will. Unfortunately, not all the characters are going to get killed off like in a tragedy. So if you're expecting a lot of death, it's probably not going to come. Does anyone have the time? 8:17. What time they get out? 8:30?
They get done at 30.
Oh, you guys are like quick. Do you have anything that they need to work on?
Expect a very big engagement.
You want us to start seeing the next scene? Or?
That's up to you. I can
Or do you have anything you want to
It
talk
might
to
be a
them
ring
about?
pop, is that okay?
That's good enough.
Are they saying
Put a
that?
diamond
They say
in
it's like
the
no.
Of course they say that. I can do scene 2 quickly.
What?
I can do scene 2 quickly if you want me to, or if you want to do it. Good time. Scene 2's fast, isn't it? Let me find it. Yeah, it's fast. You want me to?
Alright, scene 2 is really short, so we're going to power through it.
Holla.
Don, John, and Baraccio. Do we have a Baraccio?
Yeah, we do.
Come on,
It's real short.
Yeah, they can do that. They can do that. Get good in this scene.
Just like,
It's getting good.
It is so, the Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonardo.
yes, my lord, but I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross by intended will meant symbol to me. I am sick in displeasure to him, and whatsoever comes athwart, and his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross the marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show briefly how.
I think I told your lordship a year since how much I am in favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to Hero.
I remember.
I can at any unsensible instant of the night appoint her to look out at her lady's charm chamber window.
What a life in that to be death of this marriage.
The poison of that lies in you to temper. Go you to the prince your brother, spare not to tell him that he hath wronged his honor in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimation do you mightily hold up, to a contaminated stale such a one as Hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, to kill Leonardo. Look you for any other issue.
Only to despite them, I will endeavor in anything.
Go then, find me a meet hour to draw Don Pedro and Count Claudio alone. Tell them that you know that Hero loves me. Intend a kind of zeal both to the prince and Claudio as in love of your brother's honor, who hath made this match and his friend's reputation, who is thus like to be cozened with the semblance of a maid that you have discovered thus. They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances which shall bear no less likelihood than to see me at her chamber window. Hear me call Margaret Hero. Hear Margaret term me Claudio, and bring them to see this the very night before the intended wedding. For in the meantime I will fashion so the matter that Hero shall be absent and shall appear such seemingly fashion fit. If you three will but minister such assistance as I shall be direction.
Grow this to what adverse issue it can. I will put in practice, be cunning in the working of this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Be you constant in the accusation, and my cunning shall not shame me.
I presently go learn their day of marriage.
Alright, we're good.
Awesome.
Alright, so this is actually a really short scene, but it was really important. So what was happening? Yeah.
I think it's either Braccio or Don John's gonna go to Margaret and act like she's Hero and he's Claudio, make sure Hero receives.
Yeah, who is Margaret? Yeah. Oh, no, like, who, what is the character? Who's the character? How is she connected? Hero's servant. So Margaret has a little thing that's been going on for a long time apparently with Braccio. And so they're gonna use her. How are they gonna use her? Yeah.
Horaccio's gonna go up to Hero's window where Margaret will come up to see him and think that it's Hero the night before her wedding.
Yeah, who are they gonna make sure sees this happening? Claudio. They're gonna try convincing Claudio of Hero's unfaithfulness, right? So that's gonna be a big thing. Do you think it's gonna work?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think it'll work? What do you think people's reactions are gonna be? What do you think Claudio will do if he thinks that Hero's unfaithful? What? Leave her? What do you think? Any other thoughts?
Get her counseling.
Execution.
Get her counseling.
They're counseling.
Eric,
What did you say?
I said get her counseling.
All right, so make sure you're writing down your summary. And I won't force you guys to read any more today.
What's wrong with your stomach?
She's been exercising.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
She said yesterday that her boyfriend was having her do some exercise.